Jim Hawk from Team Hawk Realty. Today I want to talk about real estate market, and the spring market in particular. This is a very busy time and everyone's excited to get out, get their yards cleaned up, maybe look at the possibility of making a move, change of scenery. Everyone's got cabin fever. But the one question that comes up year after year is, do I list my house before I find a house? Or do I find a house and then list my existing home? And the answer quite simply is, it depends. I wish I could be more specific, but if you list your home, we can always make your listing conditional upon you finding suitable accommodations, which allows you to find another home. You can look at all the current inventory, keep up with all the new listings while your house is for sale. If you see a home that really catches your eye, we can make an offer conditional upon selling your home. This is a very safe way to go through the process. And if there are no homes that you're interested in, and we do receive an offer on your house, we can make that offer conditional upon you finding a new home. We call it finding suitable accommodations. You're not at any risk of being without a home. What people are concerned about are the stories that they hear when somebody puts their house up for sale, sells their house, and have no place to move into because they can't find anything that catches their eye. And to me, that's always a dangerous way to play the game. It can be costly. You may have to make 2 moves. You may find yourself in a house that you're not really interested in. So I recommend totally on your tolerance of what you're willing to accept for risk and what you're willing to accept, for your family or for yourself. Sellers will list their house. Sometimes I've had sellers list their house for a little more than what they're really comfortable or what they really expect to get out of their house. Just knowing that, if an offer comes in and it offsets some of the costs, then they're willing to maybe take on that risk. And then once they find a house that really catches their eye, then they'll reduce the price of their place to make it more sellable so that they can move on and get into the house that they really want to. The other option is to search out, find a home for you and your family, something you're going to be happy with, and then list your house at that time. The danger, obviously, with this strategy is it takes time to get your house marketable. So we need to get pictures taken. We need to go through all the process we talked about earlier, getting the house marketable. And if the other house gets another offer where the people don't have to sell the house, they're going to give us notice in what's called an escape clause. So there may be a chance that you lose your dream home. But again, this is definitely a safe process, and you're not going to be put out of your house. I'll talk a little bit more about the escape clause. So when someone bumps an offer, whenever we make an offer condition on sale, we put an escape clause in, which allows the seller to continue to offer the property for sale. And in the event they receive another offer satisfactory to them, they'll give us notice, maybe 24, 48, or 72 hours, or possibly 2 or 3 banking days, whatever we negotiate. That allows us to have the offer get the ball rolling, but it does put us at a risk because we may end up losing the house at the end of the day. If this happens and we get bumped, then you have to decide whether you want to remove all the conditions on your house, on the offer, and get the house. Then you may be in a position where you're carrying 2 homes, or you may be wanting to just say, forget it, I just want to back off, let these other people take the house, and I'll look for something else and move on. I just think that's everyone's risk tolerance, and I'm a pretty conservative guy, so I always, I know if it was me and I didn't have the cash to actually buy the other house, or I didn't have the accessibility to have that cash readily at my fingertips, then I would rather walk away from the house than take the chance of getting my house sold. If the market shifts or anything changes in the marketplace, then you could find yourself owning 2 homes, and not everybody's going to be comfortable with that, and not everybody can afford the payments that go along with that. So that's why I prefer personally to sell my house and then have the option of getting the home that I want under the financial pressures that I'm able to handle. But again, everyone's different. There's people out there that'll say, we'll just drop the price of our house till it sells, and we'll make sure that it gets sold. There's people out there that have cash that can afford to do these things and are quite happy to do those. So that is your preference. So that's why I say it really depends, because there are options. I mean, you can list your house conditional upon you finding suitable accommodations. You could list your house and make an offer once you find a house, and make an offer on that house conditional upon you selling your house. You could find the right house, pay cash for it, go through the financing, home inspection, decide you want the house, and then put your house up for sale after the fact. So there are options. It really depends on everybody's own personal financial situation and what their risk tolerances are. I really hope this explains a little bit more about the pressures of, listing your house in the spring, trying to find the right house. There's definitely ways of making it work for you. Definitely ways that you're not going to feel the pressure and feel the stress. It can run, quite smooth. And right now, with more listings coming on board, there's always the opportunity that, the house that you do find may not get an offer on it. So if you have any questions about this video, please feel free to call one of my agents at the office, 705-527-7877. I hope you found this helpful. Please keep smiling and enjoy the blessings that come into your life every single day. Thank you very much.